A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket blew up on the launch pad during a test run, taking its $200 million payload with it. That's bad news for SpaceX, and it's also not great for Facebook.
Hey guys, what's happening, and welcome back to Success Tank. Facebook revealed a proposal to bring the internet to the sky in 2014, and a team named the Connectivity Lab was created to make it happen. The plan was to use a variety of technology, including drones and satellites, to offer internet connection to appreciative Earthlings below from above. 3 astronauts from the International Space Station spoke with Facebook's founder Mark Zuckerberg on Live about experiments and having fun in space. Let's see what happened to the Facebook space program. Number 4, about Facebook space program.
Yes, I'm an astrophysicist, so I study anything above the Earth's atmosphere, basically space.
In response to queries, Arianespace, a satellite launch firm, said Arianespace successfully launched a rideshare rocket mission that contained a Facebook experimental satellite meant to investigate ways to increase broadband connection. We think that satellite technology will assist in overcoming the digital gap by enabling the next generation of broadband infrastructure. Facebook made it clear that it doesn't want to become a satellite connection provider or deploy a constellation of satellites. The firm refused to offer any further information about its attempts. Number 3, new internet satellite.
Did you guys know that Facebook has their own space program? Nowadays, it seems like every mega billionaire has their eyes on space.
Several companies believe that deploying constellations of smaller satellites into low Earth orbit, which is roughly 100 to 1,250 miles above our planet, is a better way to connect the estimated half of the world's population that is currently disconnected. According to correspondence obtained by the Federal Communications Commission in response to a Freedom of Information Act request filed by Wired and confirmation from the company itself, Facebook is now one of them. Facebook aims to launch Athena, its broadband satellite, in early 2019, according to the emails. According to an application submitted with the FCC under the name Point View Tech LLC, the new gadget is meant to efficiently offer internet connectivity to unserved and underserved locations around the world. With the application, Facebook joins Elon Musk's Spacex and SoftBank-backed OneWeb, 2 well-funded firms working on similar ideas. SpaceX launched the first 2 of what it expects to be thousands of Starlink satellites in February. The official launch of Facebook into space once again highlights the rising interest in delivering internet services from space. From SpaceX to Amazon to SES, a growing number of firms are investigating new satellite technologies that promise to substantially enhance the performance of satellite-based internet services. Number 2, Live with the Astronauts.
Facebook's first ever live event from space took place when Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg spoke to astronauts at the International Space Station.
3 astronauts from the International Space Station chatted with Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, on June 1st about the space gaining experiment, What the Training Can Teach You. The discussion between Mark Zuckerberg, NASA astronauts Jeff Williams and Tim Capra, and British astronaut Tim Peake was live-streamed. It attracted hundreds of thousands of views, with 2.6 million views as of press time. Zuckerberg used a list of questions submitted by Facebook users, as well as a couple of his own, on how astronauts spend their time in space. All 3 astronauts had gone through extensive training to prepare for these impacts, as well as the duties they'd have to perform while in space. However, astronaut Tim Peake, who has been in space for almost 6 months, stated that some aspects of living in space were hard to explain through training. The astronauts highlighted how their very life is an experiment in measuring the effects of microgravity upon the human body. As a result, they're always exercising and tracking the differences in their physical characteristics, such as their vision. Number 1, Facebook rocket exploded.
An unmanned rocket has exploded on a launch pad during a routine test firing in Florida.
The Amos 6 satellite was aboard the rocket, and Facebook hoped to utilize it to provide the internet to millions of people in far-flung corners of the world. On Saturday, it was scheduled to be launched into orbit. During a test firing, an explosion occurred. The financial impact of the accident was not immediately apparent. In a blog post, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg expressed his disappointment with the revelation, writing that he was very saddened. It's unclear when the company will try again to launch a satellite. However, Zuckerberg stated that the company's ambitions for Internet.org would not be halted. He said that Facebook has already created another technology, such as the Aquila fleet of solar-powered planes, to provide internet access to additional areas. The planes will broadcast over the internet across a 60-mile radius and stay in the air for up to 90 days. The company announced in July that it had accomplished its first full-scale flying test. We remain dedicated to our objective of connecting everyone, and we will keep working until everyone has access to the possibilities that this satellite would have offered, added Zuckerberg, who is presently in Africa. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this in the future, then all you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you guys later in another video. Bye now!